Class 10, Chapter 1, Real Numbers, Module 2. Objectives. In this module, you will learn about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Dear students, we have studied the first exercise of the first chapter, Real Numbers. Yes, which one is the property? Euclid's division algorithm. Now, the second property of the positive integers, that is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, so listen, let we can discuss some examples. Now, first question, express each number as a product of its prime factors. So, two examples are here. One is the number 140, then second one is the number 720. We need to find out the product of its prime factors of each of these two numbers. So when we consider 140, so we know prime factorization. Last year, that is 8th class, we have studied how to find out the prime factorization of the numbers. So 140 is a composite number. When we consider that prime factors, and we can split it as what? 140 can be written as 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. Just to check it, that is 2 into 5 is equal to what? 10. 7 into 2 is what? 14. So 14 into 10 become what? 140. So the prime factorization of 140 is what? 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. Now same as when we consider the number 720. So which one is the prime factors of 720? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 2. Just we can check it. That is 5 into 2 is what? 10. Okay. Now 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, what? 8. Then 3 into 3, 9. 9 into 8 is equal to what? 72. 72 into 10 is equal to 720. So the prime factorization of 720 is what? 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 2. Now from the above two examples, that is the prime factorization of 140 and 720, we know how to prime factorize it. From these examples, we can conclude the second property of positive integers. Which one is that? Yes, fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now its statement. Listen carefully the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Every composite number can be expressed. So listen carefully. The example 140 and 720 is the number. These two numbers are which one? Composite numbers. We know that. So every composite number can be expressed as a product of its primes. And this prime factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. So this prime factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. That means when we write 140, the first one is what? 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. We can write 140 as 5 into 7 into 2 into 2, or 5 into 2 into 7 into 2 also. Okay, so listen carefully the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What? Every composite number can be expressed or factorized as a product of primes, and this prime factorization is unique apart from its order. Okay, so this one is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So we have studied two properties of positive integers. First one is Euclid's division algorithm, and the second one is what? Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now listen that first question, find the prime factorization of 5005. So same type of this example question. So we need to find out the prime factors of 5005. So just write 5005 that you have studied. You can take first one as the prime number 5. So consider only prime numbers outside. Okay. So 5, when we divide it 5005 by 5, how much time? 1001 is there. Now the second number, which one is the prime? 7 we consider. So when we divide 1001 by 7, what we get? 143. That is 10 one time, then balance 3, 13, 4 times 28. Then balance to 21 3 times. 7 into 3, 21. Now after that we consider 11. So 1 time 11, balance 3, 33 3 times. Then consider the prime number 13. At last what we get? 1. Okay, 1 is neither prime nor composite. So the prime factors of 5005, which are they? 5 into 7 into 13 into 11. Okay, so the prime factorization of 5005 is what? 5 into 7 into 11 into 13. Clear? Okay, so once more the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What is that? Every composite number, here 5005 is the composite number, can be expressed as the product of its primes. And this factorization is unique apart from its order. Okay. Now, this exercise, second type of question. That is the important one also. So the question what? Find the LCM and HCF of the following pairs of integers and verify that HCF into LCM, or you can write LCM into HCF is equal to what? Product of the two numbers. Once more listen. We need to find out the LCM and HCF of the following pairs of integers, and we need to verify that LCM into HCF is equal to what? Product of the two numbers. So the first question, listen, consider the two numbers 26 and 91. So by prime factorization, we need to find out the prime factors of 26 and also 91. First one, when we find out the prime factors of 26, what? 2 into 13. So just multiply 2 into 13 is what? 26. Same as 91, the prime factors, which are there? 7 into 30. Now first one, we need to find out its HCF. So HCF of 26 and 91. What is that HCF? Highest common factor. From these two prime factors, 2 into 13, first one, and 7 into 13, second one. Which one is a common factor? Yes, 30. So the HCF of 26 and 91 is what? 13. Clear, students? Common factor, highest common factor. And the LCM of 26 and 91. So the LCM means take all the prime factors, take its greater power. So here 2 having power only 1. So consider the first one prime factor 2. Second 7 also having prime factor 1. Greatest power which one? 7 having only 1. The next, listen carefully, each one having 13, 26 and also 91 having. But which one is the greater power of 13? Only 1. So consider only 1, 13. Okay, so take all the prime factors, take its greater power. So 2 into 7 into 13. When you find out the product of all these, what? The LCM is equal to 182. Now we need to find out the HCF into LCM. So what is HCF into LCM? 182 into 13. Sorry, 13 is the HCF and LCM is 182. When you find out the product, what? 2366. Put equation number 1. Put the first one. Now the second one, the product of that numbers, the given numbers, which are the 26 and 91. When we find out the product, what is the product of that two numbers also? The same one, 2366 is. So from the first one and the second one, we can conclude what? HCF into LCM is equal to product of the two numbers. Only two numbers is possible. If there is three numbers are there, this relation is not possible. Okay. Now the second example also we can check it. 510 and 92. Now listen carefully. The first one, prime factors of 510. So prime factors of 510 is what? 2 into 3 into 5 into 70. That is 2 into 5 is what? 10. Now 17 into 3 is equal to 51. The product is what? 510 become. So the prime factors of 510 is equal to, which are they? 2 into 3 into 5 into 70. Now 92. 92, the prime factors, which one? 2 into 2 into 23. First one, the HCF of 510 and 92. Highest common factor. Here 17 is no common factor. 23 is also not a common factor. 5 is not a common factor. 3 is also not a common factor. But the first one and the second one having Common factor, which one is the number 2? So we select the 2 as the HCF, highest common factor. Now listen carefully, LCM. So the LCM of that 510 and 92 is what? Take all the prime factors, take its greater power is there. So first one when we consider 2, first one having only 1 2, but the second one 92 having 2 2's are there. The power of 2 is what? 2 square. So the greatest power of 2 is which one? 2 square. First one having only 1 2, but the second one having what? 2 2's are there. So consider the second one, 2 square greater power. So 2 square into next prime factor which one? 3. 3 consider. The next prime factor 5. Then 17 into 23. So consider all the prime factors. Take its greater power. Okay, here only power 2. Greater power of 2 is what? 2 square. Okay, now when you find out the product of all that numbers, what we get? 23,460. Okay, so HCF into LCM, and we need to find out next. So first one here, HCF is equal to what? 2. LCM is equal to what? 23,460. When you find out the HCF into LCM, what? 2 into 23,460 is what? 46,920. Now the product of that numbers, 5, 10 and 92. So when you find out the product of that numbers also, the same answer itself. What is 46,920? From the first one and second one, what we get? HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. Thus we verified this. Clear from this first one and second one, this one? So listen carefully, the second question is very important one. Okay, sometimes 2 mark or 3 mark question is there for board exam. Now the third question, listen carefully. Find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by applying the prime factorization method. So you are very familiar with that prime factorization method. Simple question, first one, 12, 15 and 21. So listen carefully students. How many numbers are here? 3 numbers are here. Okay, now listen carefully. When you find out the prime factors of 12, that is 2 into 2 into 3. Then 15, 3 into 5. Then next 21, what? 3 into 7. Now HCF is what? Common, highest common factor from these 3 numbers. Here 2, only one, first 12 having 2 square. No other 2. From the, when we consider 15 and 21, no 2 is there. Now consider the next number 3. So 3 is common from all these numbers. So which one is that common factor? So HCF is the common factor from all these 3. Which one is that? 3. Okay. Then product of the smallest power of each common prime factors. Here only 3 is common factor. So no need of taking the product. Just write that 3 as the HCF. Now LCM what? Take all the prime factors, take its greater power is that. Okay. So 2 greater power which one? 2 square. Then 3 greater power 3 only. 3 raised to 1 only. Okay. Then next to 5. 5 raised to 1 only. 7 also 1 times 7. Now find out all the product of these. So listen carefully. LCM is equal to 420. So listen carefully students. The verification HCF into LCM is equal to product of 2 numbers only possible. When we consider the 3 numbers, this one is that relation is not possible. Rare cases it is possible. But when we consider that relation, HCF into LCM is equal to product of 2 numbers only, not 3 numbers. Clear? Here we need to just find out the HCF and LCM only. Now the next one, next type of question. Given that HCF of that number 306 and 657 is 9, find the LCM of that same numbers. So listen carefully in this question. The HCF is given. We need to find out what? LCM. So that 2 numbers are also given. Now here we can consider that relation. What is that relation? HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So what is HCF here? 9 into LCM. What we need to find out that LCM is equal to product of two numbers means the numbers which are they 306 into 657. Now LCM is equal to what? 306 into 657 divided by 9. So don't multiply all these and divide it by 9. Just cancel first. You can cut 306 by 9. After that, that number into 657. Then when we find out that product, LCM is equal to what? 22,338. So once more, here the HCF is given. We need to find out what? LCM. So we consider the relation what? HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. Now using that, we can find out what? The LCM. Clear? Now the next type of simple question. Check whether 4 raised to n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. So 4 raised to n means the power of 4 is end with 0. That is the question. We need to check it. So listen carefully, just check it. 4 raised to 1 is what? 4. 4 square what? 16. 4 cube is what? When we find out 64 like that. Okay. So our question is what? Check whether 4 raised to n can end with the digit 0. So we need to check whether that power of 4 is end with the digit 0. So listen the explanation. Just by heart the explanation. Simple question. For all the question you can use the same way, but instead of 4 raised to n, sometimes 6 raised to n, 8 raised to n like that. Okay. So listen that. If the number 4 raised to n for any natural number n, if the number 4 raised to n for any number n were to end with the digit 0, if it end with the digit 0, then it would be divisible by 5. Oh, listen carefully. When we divide that number by 5, we get the remainder as 0. So listen, if the natural number 4 raised to n for any number n were to end with the digit 0, then it would be divisible by 5. That is the prime factorization of 4 raised to n would contain the prime factor. Which one? 5. If it is divisible by 5, it must be the factor of that 4. But listen, we know it is not possible because what? 4 raised to n is equal to what? 2, the power of 2 only. 4 is what? 2 into 2. Okay, if it is a 4 cube also, it contains the prime factor. Which one only? 2 only. So the only prime factors is what? For 4 raised to n is what? 2. So we can conclude that 4 raised to n never end with the digit 0. Once more listen, we need to check whether 4 raised to n end with the digit 0. So if the 4 raised to n end with the digit 0, it would be divisible by 5. But the prime factorization of 4 raised to n contain the prime factor. Which one only? 2. So we can conclude what? 4 raised to n never end with the digit 0. Now the next one also simple type of question. All the questions from this exercise is a simple one. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. And another second question, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. We need to check if these two are composite. So we know the prime and the composite. What do you mean by prime? Prime number means having two factors. If it is more than two factors, what we get? Composite number. So consider the first one, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Okay. Now how many terms here? In the 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. In this expression having how many terms, students? Yes, 2 terms. The terms are divided using the sign, plus sign or minus sign. So first term which one? 7 into 11 into 13. Second term what? Another 30. So from these 2 terms, which one is the common factor? 13. So take the common factor outside. Then inside the bracket what? First term 7 into 11 remaining. Plus when we consider the 13 as outside, the second term having only 1. That is 13 into 77. 7 into 11, 77 plus 1. That is 13 into 78. When we find out the prime factors of 78, what? 13 into 3 into 2. So since it having more than 2 factors, what we can conclude? It is a composite number. Since it having more than 2 factors, we can conclude what? It is a composite number. Same as the next one also, listen carefully. 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 is a composite number. So listen carefully, how many terms here? Here are also 2 terms. So which one is the common factor among these 2 terms? 5. Okay, take 5 as the common factor. Remaining what? 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1. That is from the second term 5. When we consider as a common factor, remaining only 1. That is 5 into, when you find out the product of 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, the product 1008 plus 1, which is what? 1009. So since it having more than 2 factors, no need of appointing the product of all these. Just put into 1. 5 into 1009 into 1. Okay, then into 1 means what? More than 2 factors. Since it having more than 2 factors, what we can conclude? It is a composite number. Okay, now the last question, listen carefully. This is also simple one. There is a circular path. A word problem is there. Same type in the first exercise. 2 word problems are there. Here also only 1 word problem in the textbook. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive 1 round of the field, while Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? So listen carefully. We need to find out after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point. So first one step, time taken by Sonia to drive 1 round. How much minute? 18 minutes. Now the second step, what? Time taken by Ravi to drive 1 round. How much minute? 12 minutes. Now the time taken both to meet again. Both of them meet again at the starting point. How many minutes? That we need to find out. So the time taken by both to meet again is what? The LCM of that 2 numbers. So to find out LCM, we can find out its prime factors. So 18 is equal to what? 2 into 3 into 3. So when we write it as a power, 2 raised to 1 into 3 square. Second one, 12 is what? 2 into 2 into 3. That is what? 2 square into 3 raised to 1. Now LCM we part, take all the prime factors, take its greater power. So here the first one having the power 2 greater, 2 raised to 2. So consider that 2 raised to 2. Second one, the number 3. The first one 18 having the power 3 greater one, 3 square. So consider the prime factors and take its greatest power. Which one? 2 square into 3 square. That is 4 into 9 is equal to what? 36. Hence the time taken by both to meet again is the LCM of 18 and 12, which is equal to what? 36 minutes. Clear, students? Okay, thank you.